Dear students, in today's poetry time we shall learn the last poem in your syllabus. Poem Small Towns and Rivers. Poetess Mamang Dai. Mamang Dai is a modern Indian poet or poetess of the Northeast region. She was born in 1937 in the Adi tribal community at Pasighat, Itanagar, that is the state capital of Arunachal Pradesh, India. Children, she is the first woman from her state to be selected for IAS. But she left the post to pursue her career in journalism. Yes, she is a promising radio and television journalist. She worked with World with Fund for Nature as a program officer. Also, she worked with Biodiversity Hotspot Conservation Program. Mamang is a skillful literary artist, children. Along with her brilliance in poetry composition, she excels in prose and novel too. She is honored with Padma Shri Award in 2011. Padma Shri Mamang received Sahitya Academy Award in 2017 for her novel The Black Hill. She reveals the life of Arunachal Pradesh in her writings. She focuses on the natural beauty, tradition, heritage, tribal myths, beliefs, customs, and legend in her writings. She writes both in Adi language and English language. The poem Small Towns and Rivers is taken from the collection of the poem titled The River Poems. It was published in 2004. She immortalizes the nature here and honors tradition, customs, myth, beliefs of tribal people from the Northeast in this poem. Children, the poetess gently spreads a message of peace in this poem as she stands up at the sight of violent clashes and disturbances in her region due to political issues. This is a free verse poem mostly with an appealing thought. So, let us go through the first stanza now. Small towns always remind me of death. My hometown lies calmly amidst the trees. It is always the same in summer or winter, with the dust flying or the wind howling down the gorge. Children, the poetess is greatly fond of her homeland, her hometown, the small town. That is beautiful, full of natural beauty amidst the trees near the valley. Clean and clear atmosphere, looks graceful in every season. But now the poetess is very sad. She is terrified because of the present condition in her small town. She is tensed up for the unpleasant happenings in her hometown. Chaos has taken place there. There is disorder now. And this is at rapid speed, which causes death of her loved ones. Poetess is worried about the loss of lives due to classes. Lives are very precious. She laments for the loss. Children, we shall read now the second stanza. Just the other day someone died. In the dreadful silence we wept, looking at the sad wreath of tuber roses. Life and death, only the rituals are permanent. Children, just the other day someone died. This expression says as if such deaths due to violence are very common nowadays and occur almost every day. This death is the result of active uprising or insurgency in her region. Life and death. This repetition expresses the deep frustration in her mind of the poetess. She finds life and death both are transient, both are impermanent. Children, common people are just silent onlookers. They are helpless. Yes, helpless they are. Seeing the garlands for dead persons, they just cry. They just shed tears in sorrows. Life and death, that means alive and dead. These two opposite ideas. This expression speaks about lack of safety and security of the habitats of our native place. Sad our poetess is, sad the common people are in this present scenario. Children, now shall read the third stanza. Well, let's move on to third stanza now. The river has a soul. In the summer, it cuts through the land like a torrent of grief. Sometimes I think it holds its breath, seeking a land of peace and stars. The river has a soul. The river has been personified here by the poetess. The river flows continuously. The river has been witnessing the daily happenings of the land. According to the poetess, the river is also grief-stricken. The river feels sad at the loss of lives, damage and chaos in the present situation. The river feels suffocated and wants a respite, wants rest, seeking a land of peace and stars. Children, a land of peace and stars, this imagery add a mythical value to this poem, and a land of peace and stars represents an utopian world that is a highly desirable place where the river can find solace, river can find peace. Now about the fourth stanza. Children, the poet has written here, the river has a soul. It knows stretching past the town from the first drop of rain to dry earth and mist on the mountain tops. The river knows the immortality of water. The poetess expresses the eternity of the natural element here. River joins the earth's ocean. Water creates cloud droplets that falls back to dry earth as rain, and same water rising as mist on the mountain tops. The cycle of water. The river knows the immortality of water. On the contrary, man's death is inevitable. Man is mortal. Death is natural. But then, why these classes? Why these killings? Why this destruction? Why this violence? Here we find the sorrowful poetess once more in this poem. Children, now we shall go to read the fifth stanza. A shrine of happy pictures marks the days of childhood. Small towns grow with anxiety for the future. The dead are placed pointing west. When the soul rises, it will walk into the golden east, into the house of the sun. Children, a shrine of happy pictures. A shrine of happy pictures. Shrine is the holy place, just like a temple. The childhood days are very holy too. The poetess longs for getting back her childhood days. How safe, how secured and happy her early days were. Now her small town grows with anxiety. Life has become gloomy and risky. Common people are losing hope and losing their positive attitude. The poetess is deeply rooted in the heritage and sentiments of traditional tribal values. She mentions the rituals of placing the dead persons with their heads pointing westwards, so that when their souls rise, the souls would go towards the golden east. That means the heaven. This imagery also expresses her painful feelings for losing her homeland people. Now, we have reached at the end of the poem. In the cool bamboo, restored in sunlight, life matters. Like this, in small towns by the river, we all want to walk with the gods. Children, the poet says the sunlight restores the lives of the nature. The trees, the plants, the grasses are all enlivened and become fresh due to sunlight. They grow up well because of sunlight. Sunlight saves their lives. Life matters. Life is very important. Save the lives. In small towns by the river, we all want to walk with the gods. We all want to pray to God for peace. We all want to work together. Let us be united to get back peace in our homeland. Let us get united to get back harmony in our sweet homeland. Thus, the poetess Mamang Dai fervently, sincerely appeals to all for a peaceful coexistence with her innocent and revolting voice. She wishes a better tomorrow for her future generations. Children, read the poem and hear the analysis and know the significance of this rich poem. Thank you for being with me throughout the poetry session, and write to me surely if there is problem. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay fine. Have a nice time. Thank you all.